the thing that I regret is, I think, the confusion of Bitcoin and crypto, and I think it's unclear to many people how Bitcoin is categorically different from crypto. And so that's something that I regret, and I hope that we going forward as a community can do a better job of distinguishing between these two things. Because of course I don't want to see people get burnt by aping into crypto because they confuse crypto with Bitcoin, or think that in some way that the token of the day has a path like Bitcoin did. But separating those two things, we see them as very separate. Now the work is to make sure that it's clear to others how they are. Democratizing access to opportunities to produce a return on your capital is important. And on the flip side of that, people are taking advantage of it. And so you will see, narratives promoted attached to a token, specifically pursuing unsophisticated investors or people, frankly, that are, sort of desperate for economic mobility. And what better time to take advantage of people, desperate for economic mobility than now, when it's quite hard to change, the status assigned arbitrarily at birth. This is what's lovely about participating in Bitcoin, is that we're not doing that off the backs of people who are, going to get burnt. And so, I think the best use of my time is certainly to be heads down and focused on the Bitcoin space, where we're building products for the long term, hoping to progress culture and financial inclusion, and to offer just a more efficient, effective financial system that not only includes people at the lower in socioeconomic status, but that can also make the experience of finance and connectivity to the global economy less frictionful, even for people of privilege. And so it feels like a wonderful opportunity to do well while also doing good. So on the security token side, I think that we're in a period now of early discovery. And I mean that both in terms of the technology and the sort of economic incentives around what happens when you can tokenize a security. And so I think from my perspective, the important thing for an investor to do is to pay attention to the early experiments and to then, sort of discern what the data is telling you. So we try to do that unemotionally, and almost as like scientists looking at, a data set. What I think is that it's exciting to see founders thinking about what Bitcoin can do and who it can provide value for in such a breadth of ways. And so, as you said, in the US or in other developed nations, or with people of economic privilege, people are participating in Bitcoin to speculate, to hedge their portfolio, maybe to opt out of the current system that they reside within due to their geography, or they're using it, for fun. It's sort of, a way to do something interesting. In developed markets, people are using Bitcoins as a way simply to connect to the global economy. They're using it as a way to leapfrog, other technologies that don't exist for them yet, or as a way to have access to gated financial tools. So if a bank won't give you a debit card or a credit card, if they don't think that they don't deem you worthy of that, how do you participate in global e-commerce? You can do that with Lightning Network.